It's your husband. You want to know when he's coming home at night? I don't know. To each his own. That's a great kit to have. So I just want to remind you of that. You can go ahead and order that one if you'd like. Now, when we're talking about unwelcome guests, I have to say this right here, I can't even look at this video. Cockroaches, ants, spiders, rats, mice, all those creepy crawlies, guess what? They like a place that's warm and cozy in the fall and winter, and they like to be dry as well, and they're gonna come into your home. And maybe you're already dealing with this problem. Well, take a look at this. This is a pest repellent system that is no sprays or chemicals. It's no yucky traps. It uses ultrasonic technology to actually repel all of those pests. It's from Bell & Howell, and this is your 10-piece whole home kit. You can use this anywhere you've got an outlet that's indoors or a covered area because it needs the walls and different things to bounce off of for that ultrasonic technology. It's so cool how this works. And Matt Davis is here to tell us all about it. And we're gonna have a creepy crawly discussion at like almost 3 in the morning.
I know, we apologize in advance.
But it works at least.
It does. This is a way to get rid of that. So you're not afraid to go into the kitchen right now and turn that light on and everything goes running away. This is from the folks at Bell & Howell, a company that's been around for over 100 years. And they bring you ultrasonic pest repellers. We sold over 5.1 million of these. Now, let me tell you why. I'm telling you, just at HSN. So let me tell you why there are 5.1 million rooms out there that don't have pests. Independent laboratory tested. What are they? These are like little speakers, ultrasonic speakers. All you do is you plug them into any standard outlet. Don't put them behind the refrigerator or behind the couch. Let the sound waves come out of this speaker. And these sound waves are specially tuned. You can't hear it. I can't hear it. Your kids, your cats and dogs can't hear it, but these cockroaches, the ants, the spiders, and the rats and the mice can hear it. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard, a real loud siren going off to them, and it chases them away. It's irritating to them. They cannot stand it. Again, independent laboratory tested. I've actually read the testing. 99% effective. On the big two originally were rats and mice. That's what the original Bell & Howell worked on. But then they changed it and made it even better to affect ants, cockroaches, and spiders. I know that cockroaches are your favorites.
That's just that. I can't, I mean, even just looking at them gives me
Seeing that little, I know, it's kind of disturbing.
I love the idea of this because, especially with things like the ants and the cockroaches, a lot of times, where are they? In your kitchen. They're around your food, they're on your counters. You don't necessarily want poison sitting on your counter.
Absolutely.
You know, this is a way that all you do is plug it in and it goes to work. You don't hear anything, you don't adjust anything. There's nothing to do but enjoy a counter that doesn't have those little ants crawling around and getting into your cereal. Can you tell that happens to me all the time? And this is a 10-piece kit, so it's all over the home, and there's all different types here too. Some of them have outlets, some have LED flashlights as well.
We give you night lights, you've got the extra outlets. This is the whole home kit. This is the 10-piece. So whether you see the smaller ones, which are, these are great for the kitchen counters, these all work exactly the same. Don't worry about the size of them. They all work. So it's a great assortment. You have 3 different colors to choose from. I believe there's gray, white, and taupe.
Yes, and our taupe is the most limited too.
Taupe is limited.
Yeah, if you're looking at the taupe, then
take a look there. You can see you plug it in the kitchen, and it doesn't even cost you an outlet. All you do right out of the box is plug it in. There's no poisons, there's no chemicals, there's no refills that you have to buy. All you do is plug it in, let it go to work, and it chases away all those pests.
Now, that's the key, because you know what? These other things, even if they do work, and even if you're okay with poison all over your home, now you gotta deal with the critter that you just killed.
Or you hear this. Are you ready? Yeah, if you hear that tonight,
I don't want to clean that up.
The good news is you have one less rat, okay? The bad news is now you have a dead rat in a trap. Not something that I ever want to deal with, and I know nothing that you want to deal with. Take a look at some of the other options that are out there, what you've been using in the past. You've got your rat poison, your mouse poison. You got the sticky traps. They step in there, they get trapped, they die of starvation, and sometimes you just find a leg in there, and it's disgusting. I mean, nobody wants to deal with that. I'm sorry, everybody. And all the traps and all the different things. This is not good. And by the way, if you have kids or pets, you don't want this kind of poison around your house.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, God forbid one of the kids or cats or dogs gets a hold of that. Take a look. Now we've got another tray the tray of death. The tray of death. Look at this. This is all poisons and stuff.
Yeah.
This spray, just this one ant and roach spray, right? You have to get different sprays. You got your traps, you got your tablets. Think about how much money this is. Even if you were willing to get all this poison and put it in your house. And by the way, Michelle, if I took this can of roach spray right now and I sprayed it in the studio, you would punch me in the neck.
Maybe when the shot's not on us.
when nobody could see it. It would maybe be off air. But they also wouldn't let me back on air because they're like, you're spraying poison. And well, if it's not okay to spray here, why is it okay to spray it at your house, right? How about all these other these sprays and the fogs and the different things with the ants and all this? This is money after dollar, and you have to keep buying this stuff over and over again. I don't like those solutions. I like this kind of solution.
You guys,
plug it in.
Keep Matt Davis from getting punched in the neck.
I'm telling you, that's right. We don't want to do that. That's right.
No, you know what I'm thinking too? All of these sprays and traps, it's a temporary fix, right? So it gets whatever happens to walk by it or eat it. This is 24/7. You plug it in and it's always working for you. Not only that, it's repelling all of these rats and mice and ants and roaches and spiders. So they're not even coming into your home or around the areas where you're trying to just enjoy your life without a critter crawling over your foot at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, so we're keeping them away. So you're really tackling a lot of problems here. You're not dealing with the dead, you know, rodents and critters around the house. You're not using the poisons. You're not spending all that money on different types of things for different types of critters. It's one set here, and we're giving you 10 pieces. So this is, think your living room, your kitchen, your laundry room, your garage. If you've got an outlet, you can use it. And we're on free shipping right now. We're on 4 flex pays as well. And there's a reason 5.1 million of these have been sold. It's because they work. You can read the reviews. They work, and people like them.
and I'm telling you, you never have to deal with that again. You walk in the morning and you hear the scurrying of little tiny feet, and they leave behind their little leavings. I don't like it. Plug one in each room. I'm telling you, plug one in each room. And if you have a big, great room, if you have one of those big spaces in your home, plug one in one end, one in the other. Any outlet in your house, you can plug one of these in. Don't forget the basement. Don't forget the attic. Don't forget the garage. When we got into our new condo, my wife and I, she actually came to me and said, Matt, guess what I saw in the garage? What? It wasn't Mickey, but it was one of his cousins, okay? I think it was Ricky, and he was about, you know...
Crazy old cousin Ricky's back.
He was like this big, I swear. You could put a saddle on him and ride him. I saw him out the window, and I hate rats. That's the one thing I really hate. You know what I did? I had forgotten to put one in the garage.
Well, there you go.
So guess what? I put one in the garage. He's been gone ever since. I love it. And again, all you do is you plug and let it go. That's all you have to do.
So it's these ultrasonic waves. So as Matt said, it's kind of like nails on a chalkboard to those cockroaches and ants and spiders and rats and mice. But your children can't hear it, you can't hear it, and your pets, your cats and your dogs, it's not at the level that they can hear. Now, if you had a gerbil or something, or a hamster,
don't put it in that room.
Don't put it in that room because it's meant for rodents. But yeah, have it and leave it out in the open so that the waves can go around and bounce off the objects. You don't want to hide it behind
and nobody will even notice it.
Because we have colors.
So. No, right. Nobody will even notice it. And here's the installation right out of the box. I love this, right? This is why they bring me in for the really technical stuff. All you do is you plug it in like that. You're done. That's it. And by the way, you see that little red light? The reason they place that on there is so that you know that this is working. This is sending out that sound wave to protect you and your family. This one has the extra plug on the side, and by the way, it also has a night light on it. Take a look. Some of them have the night light on it, so you can mix and match however you want. You can place the small ones in the kitchen. You can place the night lights in the bedroom. But remember, place one in each room. Now, those of you that are like me and you're renting, I want to talk to you for a moment. If you have an apartment or a condominium, you have a shared wall. When you hear that little scurrying in the walls, that's not Santa Claus coming to town. That's, unfortunately, our friend Ricky is back with his friends. And it's not because you don't keep a good house. It doesn't mean you're a slob. It means that maybe the people next door are not keeping a good house, and they're attracting the rats or the mice or the ants or the cockroaches or the spiders into their house. Now, get these home and let them item work for you. It's gonna chase the pests away. That's really what you want. You don't really want to kill them and torture them. You just want them to go away and leave me alone so I don't have to buy all these expensive chemicals, have strangers come into your house. And we were talking before the show, Michelle, this is my favorite part of the show, and this is an interactive portion where I would like you, the viewer, to interact with Michelle. And I would like to meet Michelle and know a little bit more about Michelle. You ready? Michelle, which of these creatures is the one that you hate the most?
It would definitely be the cockroaches. I can't even think about them without
And you grew up in
heebie-jeebies.
Florida.
Yes, and for some reason we call them palmetto bugs here, which sounds so much nicer. Now,
and they're
fly. Roaches.
Yes, and they fly.
They can fly, and I will say one time I stepped on one that had already passed away. And his legs got caught in between my toes because I was barefoot. And let me tell you something, I don't want to wait until they come into my house to kill them. I'd rather just repel them and keep them away so that never has to happen to me again.
Do you remember the first date with your husband?
I remember everything about that.
Do you remember the first date of your husband, and she remembers stepping on that one cockroach that one time, probably equally as much as the time you went out.
And the point is, don't make me feel bad about that because I'm sure we all have a nasty story like that. And it doesn't mean, you mentioned this, it doesn't mean your home is dirty.
That's right.
I mean, there's so many more bugs than there are human beings, and the rats and the mice, and they're gonna come inside. If it's raining, we're coming up on cold weather, if they wanna be warmer, they're coming into your house.
Absolutely.
So don't sit there and wait till they come in to spray them with poison or use a roach motel that's sitting up on your counter where your food is or where your pets are. Go ahead and repel them so they choose your neighbor's house and not your house.
That's right. You don't need the poisons. You don't need the traps. In the middle of the night, you don't need to hear that sound. What you're going to notice after you plug these in, it's going to take a few days. It's going to have to work to set that up. And the rodents and the cockroaches, they're going to start to sense it. And they're going to say, wait a minute, I think I can go next door to Mary's